I know that Uncharted Legacy of Thieves collection came verified ahead of time, but it's hard to know what to expect when you actually get the game. Now, I have to admit, playing at 40 frames per second, this game is absolutely stunning, even with the medium settings, which I'll guide you through in a second. A little bit of an annoyance at the start, where the building shaders does take between 20 minutes and half an hour, depending on where you've got it installed. And it does take up a whopping 134 gig once it's unpacked and also done those shaders. So just be aware that it does take a bit of time and a lot of space. Settings wise, what I was running here was the Steam Deck capped at 40 Hz, as you saw there. And in the main settings, display resolution at the full 1280 by 800, but FSR2 off. This makes it really blurry, don't bother using it. Just set the render scale to 90. And in the advanced graphics options, just set this all to medium. With the VSync on, capped at 40 Hz, it really does play extremely stable. You do get a couple of loading spikes, and you will get a couple of spikes in some of the cutscenes. But other than that, it plays absolutely flawlessly, even with all hell breaking loose around you. As you can see here, that 40 frames per second is an absolutely solid and rock solid frame time as well. If you do want to push the settings up higher, and believe me, I have spent a lot of time playing and testing with this today, then you can push it up to high settings with a 30 frames per second cap. So if you can do this, take the Steam Deck off of the 40 Hz, so you get a nice division on the frames. Then you can push it up to 30, and also in the settings, cap it at 30 frames per second as well. You'll get a little bit more of a jitter on the frame time, but it's barely noticeable, to be honest. And with those high settings, again with everything kicking off, you are holding a very steady 30 frames per second, but with a lot more effect. You can do this with the ultra settings as well, but I did find that it just felt a lot more jerky. And although it did say 30 frames per second, it really didn't feel like it was holding it perfectly all of that time. So whether you want 30 frames per second on the high settings or you want 40 frames per second on medium, Uncharted Legacy of Thieves is playing absolutely fantastic on the Steam Deck. We've already got a few hours on the testing here, going through all of these settings, and I can definitely say I'm going to be playing a lot more of this game. This is an absolutely fantastic port and a great game for the Steam Deck. So let us know in the comments below which settings you're going to be playing on or how far you've got so far. I'll leave you with a little bit more of the gameplay of each of the 30 and 40 FPS so you can get a better feel for the game and performance. Thanks for watching, and enjoy the rest of the video.
You see, the plan's working. Yeah, I see. So now what?
Estamos en posición. ¿Están listos?
Oh shit, guard! Hola, amigo. Great. Good to see you. Get down that ladder for us.
We're close. There's the lighthouse. Like I said, stick to the plan.
Don't celebrate yet.
They'll see us this way.
That's right. Just keep searching over there. Find us.